business in the hot seat segment, and I'll facilitate it. But first of all, I'm going to give you the rules. Alright, actually we're going to first of all pick someone. Is everyone up for being up in the hot seat? Excellent. Maybe you will do it because your door prize is the last one. Camille?
It's Matt, Platform B.
Platform B! Come on up! Maybe sit on that side, Matt, because I'll use the board. Actually, Stuart, can you put the light on from outside for the board? Just, woo. Oh, it'll dry. Cool. So, we did that. The rules. Okay, there are no good or bad ideas. They're just ideas. So feel free to share whatever pops up to help Matt grow his business in whatever way he will tell us he wants to go, in whatever direction. Please take about 30 seconds to explain your idea and be short and to the point. Write down ideas that you get for your own business. So how could what we give Matt be replicated within your own business? That's where really the gold lies for everyone within the room. And then after tonight, action at least one idea in your business after this event. Because you guys have invested time to be in the room tonight. Okay, and yes, you're here to network, but you're also here to learn. That's why this event was created. It isn't all about education. And you've just heard two amazing speakers. We're going to have this segment. I'm sure there's going to be one action out of everything you've heard tonight that you can take away. That's what I always did at the start of my business. Is whenever I'd sit in a webinar, go to a training, whatever it was, I would do something that would move me forward. Just one thing, and it just ends up like escalating to a lot of things at the end of the day. So, okay, now when we do the hands up, I will say it can get a bit crazy because I did this the other week, I think at Wendy's event, and the girls are very shy, but this group kind of goes all nuts. And so I'll have a few hands and I'll say Justin first, Donna second, and so on, so we can take turns. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Alright, you ready, Matt?
Yeah.
Alright, so first of all, give us a little bit of an idea of what your business is, once again, for those of us that may not remember.
Yep.
And then tell us, what is it that you'd love to, where do you want to see your business in 2014, and what would you like the group to brainstorm up for you in terms of ideas?
My business is called Platform B. I run it with my partner Lorna Berry. Lorna came on board about 18 months ago. I've been running not Platform B but a similar business for 6 years. This is the 6th year full time. About 2 years ago we rebranded into Platform B, and really our target market is small to medium businesses, such as maybe sort of 2 to 10 employees is really who we're really targeting. We like really to work with established businesses, although startups is great as well, but businesses that have cash flow behind them, because it allows us to really help maximise the growth. So what we do is we help with their online strategy, we help with their online web design. We work with a whole range of other great businesses to help with sales and marketing, such as SEO and AdWords and sales consultancy, and even businesses such as productivity consultants who we're recently working with a not-for-profit to help tighten their business up. So a whole range of different businesses. The ultimate goal is to help grow their business, and we want to be there providing them with a great website, a great online strategy with a whole range of other services to back that up. So I guess our goals for 2014 are, we're really in a growth phase. We've really, I feel like we've done the hard yards. 6 years of doing it reasonably hard, especially for the first 4. Last 2 years, it's taken off a lot more. The last 12 months, it's really taken off, and I feel this year is going to be the year that takes us from I mean, we've got 2 incomes that we're comfortable on, but we really want to take that to the next
So
level.
is it about getting more business to
So,
employ other people?
That's right. So it's a 2014 really, and what I want to ask all you guys and get your opinion on is growth strategies for this year. Our goal at the end of this year is to have an employee that can take a lot of the grunt work off me, and who I can train up in my own image for the way that I want to run the business. So taking over the actual implementation of a lot of the building of the websites and the maintenance of the websites and all the stuff that I do. I probably do about 80% of it now. Now it's also about 20%. But I really want someone else to take over that. And also at the end of this year, we want to be comfortable enough that we can rent out an office in a reasonably cool area of Melbourne, like the inner city somewhere, where we can invite clients to come and visit us. So that's my question.
Awesome.
How do we get more clients?
So is it about more clients, or is it about getting to the point where you can employ someone with your systems?
Look, I guess the second one. The first one, if we can grow more clients, and then we can get to that point where we can employ and we can get a
Okay, so we can brainstorm both of those things. So what I was hearing you say was, if you want someone to replicate what you stand for and how you do things, could you tell us if you have got the system set up within the business?
Yeah, look, that's something that we're working on this year, is to ensure that the business is reasonably systematised. We really want to sort of really focus on that, have procedures for everything we do. What we do is we have gotten really busy over periods, and we have found that sometimes we get a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of work, and then therefore the customer service drops off a little bit, and so that's something that we really don't want to happen this year. And that really would come about because of the growth of last year, and it was something that towards the end of the year that we realised that we're systematising to try and sort out. So really it's creating more clients and then handling that growth in a way that is going to continue to impress our clients so that we'll keep growing. So
Yeah.
we don't want to grow
So
to the
who's
point.
got some ideas for that? Yep.
One that I think straight away, I think a lot of people when they're looking for web design, they're wanting to get a web, something done, it's very confusing for them. So just initially, it just came to me then, I think if you're wanting just to say, okay, yes, everyone wants like customability with it, but if we just say there's A, B, C, D or E, so systemize it, there's 5 different things you can choose from, so 5 different web designs. Templates? Yep, 5 different, it'll be templates like that, there's 5. So you can go to people and say, okay, I can make it this easy for you, because a lot of people, oh God, I don't know what to put in, where to do it. So you'd say, this will focus on this will do this will do this. These are your 5.
Yeah.
I think it will just take a lot of the confusion out for people, that they know they don't have to try to reinvent it. It's all these different things. I know you've already got a couple of base ones.
Yeah.
So if you think you can advertise, okay, here's 5. So that'll might get you more business. It won't solve the
Make your
initials.
process a lot faster if they, if say, you know, you want businesses with cash flow, but you're also attracting smaller to medium businesses which are perhaps more tight on their budget. So pre-designed packages where you can plug in all their information would be cheaper for them as well.
I think it might make your communication faster as well. So rather than people have to go back and forth with you a lot, if there's really just the 5, it might make the process a bit smoother.
Customization, basically.
And yeah, Matt does the websites for the Ultimate 48-Hour Authors, and he designed a template where the authors go plug in all their info and put all the like video URL, 3D image of the book, everything, and that's how he gets all the information across, so that it gets built within the 48 hours, because then he doesn't, if people are not drip feeding you bits of information, which is great. So maybe something like that for someone who has like a whole website.
Yeah, that's it. Well, what we did is we were doing that to an extent, but what we found was that people, even if they had 5 choices or 10 choices, small amount of choices, they still got confused, still didn't know. And so in the end, we took away all the choices. We sat down and we said, okay, we had a meeting and then we have a form that they fill out, and it basically is very, very systemised. It's a very quick question that says, what do you want? What does it look like? What do you want your website to do? Blah, 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 blah. And then we then customise and choose the template for them.
Okay.
Because people, even with very small amounts, are like, oh, I like this one, but I can't like this one.
Mix and match, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then they'd say, we want this bit on this bit, and this bit, and this bit, and try and combine them as well, which, but,
Brianna?
Just in terms of, I've heard you say a lot that there's a lot of confusion from your client's perspective.
yeah.
But my question to you is, how confused are you about the clients who you want to work with? Is it really broad, the clients that you want to work with, or do you have it really narrowed down in terms of the type of client that you want to have?
Yeah, we have it reasonably narrowed down, but in a number of, I guess, different areas. So we really can't understand the general, the cash flow and the amount of employees that we like. But as for industries, so we have more than one target market in different industries, if that makes sense. So we do have a health and well-being sort of target, where we try and target particular industries in there. We've got some examples to back it up, and then we also have a bed and breakfast target as well. And so we're trying to not put ourselves in that we only do real estate or we only do what, but at the same time we're really conscious that we don't want to go, oh, we do absolutely everything, because that's something that over the last 6 years we've realised doesn't work. So
So Mike,
Justin,
give the idea.
Melinda, and then Russell.
Just in regards to making more money, obviously, like I think you've got to make more money to employ staff. It's always good to think you're going to have staff here with money coming in, so they work.
Yeah.
But just in regards to maybe having some kind of free advice or upsell of what you do, I think when it comes to SEO and websites, people get very, very confused. So I thought maybe even an opt-in on your website or even a booklet that you can give, that, the 7 points that you need to know about creating a great website.
Yeah, it's great.
Because I think some people get confused in obviously what you should do or what you shouldn't do to make it wrong.
Yeah.
And I think if you did something like that, it'd make it a whole lot easier for a consumer like myself. And look, I've dealt with these kind of companies, I get very confused. And there's a guy out there called AussieWeb that does it quite well with some instructional videos about AdWords and Google and websites. And I think that would be something that would be really great down the line, because I think, as Sue showed tonight, showing some what you do and giving some free advice will actually increase your business with sales actually coming through the door.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea. It's all
a
based
booklet or just on your site, and then you can get an opt-in.
And it's lead generation.
Yeah.
Relationship.
And I reckon people really like it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I have two, but they're quick. One, following on exactly from what Justin said, maybe have a monthly customer information seminar. 1 month we do AdWords and we do it for everyone online at the same time, tell everyone the same stuff, webinar, whatever. The next month, SEO, here's the power of blogging kind of thing. So reaching people faster, like more at the same time. And my other one was go to Sue's seminar, because you've got such good stories on local case studies. Even the guy you mentioned about the leads. There's so many web horror stories. Like, tell the good stuff. It helps your clients and it helps you guys as well.
Yeah.
Did you just have a working gift of
Exactly right.
Yeah,
But I'll watch it.
There's a lot of bad feedback around web designers and developers. Russell and then Emmy.
Matt, you were saying about you'd like to actually get in an employee so that they can take care of the stuff and sort of you train them up in your image. The question that comes up for me with that is, what if you can do it all without an employee? Thinking of from a results perspective, if you've got your systems in place and then the process where the customer comes in, you take care of stuff, someone anywhere in the world or anywhere around Australia or Melbourne or whatever can take care of that. Look for someone who doesn't even need to be trained up, they just need to be giving them a system and they can just run with it and produce the result in the most efficient manner. Then you don't need to have them as an employee with all the administrative stuff that goes along with that. You also don't need to find a home for them, office space and so on as well. So just putting that item out there.
Yeah, no, it's a great one. We've worked with a guy over the years, and we recently offered him 7 8 hours of his week blocked out every week for us. Now, it's just a coincidence that he's in Melbourne, but it could be anywhere. So, yeah, that's a good idea.
So getting someone who's not within your office, outsourcing the hours?
Yeah, that's who this
what-
person is, yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
okay,
he's
cool. Amy, Donna and Anthony.
The first thing that came up,
Sorry, how much time do we have? Ah, okay, cool.
the first thing that came up when you started talking about systems and procedures is how much role clarity do you have on the different roles that you and your wife currently do in your business? As in who, like, I know that you're all, and a small business owners, we all do this, we juggle the hats all the time, but what does the marketing role do? What does the business role do? What does the developer guy do? What does the press release person do? So it's one of those things where the clearer you can be on almost writing a role description for that role, the clearer the gap will become for you in the business. And you can also, in that, sort of weave into your business values, the quality that you will expect, things like that. You know, how in customer service side, like how soon do you answer a phone call, you know, and how quickly will you see? Because the role clarity I find, and I think Michael Gerber talks a lot about it in the email, it's really, really vital even for small businesses to be quite aware. Because if you build it like that from small, when you start outsourcing, whether that's, you know, a couple of hours a week or it's actually a full-time resource, it becomes really clear because it's almost like a job description. This is what we're expecting from your task. And remember that one person can do 3 or 2 or 5. So it doesn't matter, but that clarity, maybe both for yourself and your wife, but also for the person you may employ later on,
Yeah,
to know exactly what's expected, what level of quality you do things to.
yeah, that's awesome, yeah.
So
I
it
agree.
ties in with what Russell said as well.
So really drawing the chart, the organisational
Yeah,
chart,
yeah.
and putting names
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
right.
important. Donna?
There's 2 parts to my piece of advice, and the first part is, do you have a very clear sales funnel? Because I feel like it's either you get a website or you don't. There's kind of no natural flow, no easy way to get in, whether it is a free ebook like Just was saying, and then it may come to a free review of your, well not free, like a cheaper review of your website. These are the issues that we've identified, and then it all feeds down through. And once you've got that sales funnel clear, then my suggestion, only because I've just experienced it, is partnering with someone big to fill that funnel. I just did a partnership with KPI. They pitched to me my business from the stage, and I got 43 people entering my sales funnel who want to have one-on-one sessions with me. So power, they had 500 people on the stage, I got 43 opting in then and there. It's a no-brainer, partnering with the big people, but you have to have the funnel right. I can't pitch them my coaching because no one was going to take that. It had to be an easy way for them to get in. And yeah.
What was the easy?
For the easy for them, I just literally spend 15 minutes on the phone with them to figure out what they can outsource.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I can easily.
Like a diagnostic.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And already I've been talking to people and they're complaining to me what their problems are, and I can say, well, I can do it for you, or my team can do it for you. I instantly pick up a long-term VA client, like years, or it could be just a matter of they're hiring me to actually find team members strategizing how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
But the offer was easy. I just needed to give them some ideas.
Yeah. I mean, that's something we've started to do. Not so much, really, I guess, the last half of last year, where we started offering like website reviews, conversion reports,
Yeah.
and stuff. And we're actually putting a little shop for those little mini products
Yeah.
on our website, so that we can we give them a value, and then we can discount them. So we're not going to discount our main services, but we can discount those
Correct.
little ones to get them in.
But for me, it's the numbers. How are you going to get a big bang of people going into that in one go rather than drip feeding? And for me, it was partnering with a big brand. They just filled it straight away.
Yeah.
And because they keep emailing all their attendees afterwards, I keep getting people emailing, going, oh yeah, I forgot about you, I saw you on the stage.
It's funny because I was actually talking to the KPI lady for last year, and was going to go along to their dinner that they had to talk about with future partners. So I could have very easily have been the partner
Easy.
for
I
this
didn't
year.
need to go to the dinner, and I just joined anywhere with the phone, and they
Yeah.
went through the whole process.
Yeah, so maybe next year.
Good way of getting
And
people.
later this year, and then
Yeah,
the
the
next
next
one.
one's in August. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony? Last one from Anthony, and then I'll do the summary. Yep.
I think most people have touched on what I was touching on. I think we talked about this recently at our get-together. I've finally bitten the bullet and contracted somebody to actually come in and start working with me. And it's only been over the last 3 weeks that I've done that. And what I've found extremely well was I gave them rein over the topics that I needed done, or the press releases, the information, all that sort of stuff. What's worse is giving them a sense of pride in what they're doing. So they've come in, they're doing all this work, and they're saying, brilliant, thank you, that looks great, love it. A little bit of critiquing here and there by giving them the freedom, which has already been mentioned tonight as well. So the only difference is, instead of outsourcing, you don't actually get to meet the person. I've actually brought them in 1 day a week, and then they do all the rest from their home.
Yeah.
And what that does, I put them in my chair, and I sit off the back, say, right, you do the work, you ask me any questions, you fire away while I'm working here. And it's created this really nice energy already in only 3 weeks, where we had another full day today, fantastic. And what has worked for me is that I'm doing spiritual work with this person, and that comes off my bill as well.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice tie-up, but giving them the sense of pride, bringing them in, actually incorporating them into the business. So unlike an outsourced person where you only talk to them on the phone or the net or whatever, she's actually in the office working.
I like that.
A day a week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just the last idea I wanted to share was you and Lorna are such fantastic people in terms of working on your business. You get the sales in, like these guys are machines when it comes to going out there, networking and all of that. So focusing on that and outsourcing the business stuff to once you've systemized it properly, and really working out where are your chunks of time going. So maybe doing a time audit as to how much time are you spending in and then on the business. From the start of this year, I decided to do my in the business work on Mondays and Tuesdays and on the business Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I have so much more time. Like Russell, you'd be proud of me. Like it's working so well. I actually was in bed till 1 o'clock today. And then I got up, had a shower and all that, but I did a bit of work and all that kind of stuff. But literally, it's changed the way everything, because I'm just focusing on all of my things in my business and then on the business. So, but as I've said, because I know what kind of people you and Lorna are, I think this is where your strength is. And if you actually employ someone, I believe that the business will expand to accommodate that person. So taking that leap and having faith that it's going to work out. And then similar when Stuart quit his job, like it was like, oh my God, we have to make another wage. You know? Within 6 weeks, we made what he made in a year.
Yeah.
Like we sold that much stuff, and it accommodated, and we've never looked back.
That's great, and that's when Lorna jumped in and started working. We were very worried and saying,
Yes.
well, there's a whole wage, you know. That's a
It'll
yeah,
work,
good
mate,
job.
iron on the money comes.
Yeah.
And that
He was
is
the networking queen though.
exactly. So just to summarise how this is also relevant to everyone else in the room, so you guys can start thinking about your own stuff. Number one, I believe the key message here was if you have your systems and procedures and you do them regularly and update them, then you will be able to get an employee in and accommodate for what you need them to do, but have them to do it in your way. Then that's something that I've always done since day one. It takes maybe an hour or two a week, and I always review different systems, and this is where I end up with all these manuals and things like that I can then license and get other people to use the systems and deliver the same stuff that I have had. Then we talked about understanding the roles in the business and the organisational chart. So this is a useful piece of information here to go home and do for yourself. Even if it's your name under every single person, one day it'll be, say, person B can take that over, the ones that you don't like go on to person B or C. What else? Understanding your ideal client, being really clear on who are you talking to and therefore attracting them, and the old but goodie, the sales funnel, how important it is to add value to people right from the beginning, from a free opt-in through to perhaps a diagnostic. Maybe you can even do short workshops, get your media stuff organised, and then get people into the more complex side of things where they've actually been educated by you, because this is the educational spectrum. We're educating people what they don't know. So it's important. I know you do it for me, so model it and do that for yourself as well. And timing and on the business and organising all of that sort of stuff. So has that been valuable for a couple of ideas? Okay, and then, thank you,
That's
Matt.
Well done, Matt.